A child's development depends on the environment. A positive environment, enriched by cultural education and organised activities, plays a significant role in helping to make our children personally fulfilled and responsible individuals. Nurseries and schools provide for both the child's mental and physical development. Sports and other outdoor activities are available in abundance. However, you will probably agree that cultural education and a focus on social development are lacking in mainstream education. Shishigunj aims to provide an environment with all of these ingredients and an education positively rooted in our heritage, catering to the many aspects of moral, spiritual and mental development. The fundamental principle of Shishigunj is that it is a family where each individual has a duty to behave in a respectful and loving manner towards each other, irrespective of differences in social background. It is a pleasure to welcome you all into this family. In our activities, the concept of Gamat Sathe Gnan, or learning through fun, provides an ideal medium to enable children to absorb the values of love, honesty, compassion, fairness, humility, tolerance, and simplicity through the activities that they engage with each week. Shishigunj Bal Pravati is run by the youth for the youth. Our activities are run almost entirely by volunteers. From the age of 14, we train our youngsters to organise activities and handle groups of barko under the careful guidance of our experienced team. This encourages our older barko to develop a love for children, voluntary work and selfless giving, and develops key transferable skills such as leadership, public speaking, project management, that will propel them forwards in their future academic and professional careers. As children grow through the organisation, you will notice that they form lifelong bonds with people of many different ages around them through working together. This connection brings together people from all walks of life: doctors, lawyers, architects, teachers, entrepreneurs, and under the umbrella of Shishigunj, they strive to positively inspire and be inspired themselves. Seva Pravati is our aspiration to relieve poverty, sickness and distress amongst children across the globe. This arm of Shishigunj plays a significant role in helping our children to develop a compassionate worldly view, a selfless drive to help others, and an appreciation of fundamentals that we all too easily take for granted. Our children have the unique opportunity to reach out to those in the world that are less fortunate than themselves and try to help to make a positive difference in a meaningful way. Whilst technological advancement has meant that we can now do things that were once a dream, and the world moves forward at an accelerated pace, virtuous, noble and decent citizens are still needed for society to survive and flourish. The buds that become flowers and the flowers that rejuvenate the world have never been as important as they are today. Bal Devo Bhava.
Thank you very much for listening. What this video does, it puts into pictures what I can't put into words. Yes? And I hope it gives you a broad outline of what Shishikund can provide an individual that's a member of our organisation. I want to try and summarise it a little bit so that it's clearer in your minds. So Shishikund works on 3 areas. Shiksha Prabhuti, which is the education, the academic element of it. So the Gujarati teaching we do, the formal education of an hour every Sunday. Then there's the Bal Prabhuti. This is the non-academic side of things, and it is the larger part of the pie, as it were. And this is where, through play, the Barak will learn about the moral side of things, the ethical sides, any team, working in a team, being able to lead projects, long and short. And the third element, this is the Seva Prabhuti. This is the charitable act. So you saw in the video some of the activities that when we went to India and did some of the work out in Bangalore. And that's one side of it, so the actual donating money, raising money, and then the charitable acts themselves. But one thing we'd like to try and instill in all our members is the charity from within, the humbleness, the ability to actually put your hand up and make a point and do something good for others around you. So there's the 3 fronts, so the Shiksha Prabhuti, the Bal Prabhuti, and then the Seva Prabhuti. Now we're going to go into a little bit more about what I do. So what's my role at Kingsbridge Gandhinanak? My official title is at Kingsbridge Gandhinanak, which runs in parallel, very similar to Gujarati head teacher, or a head teacher of any sort of school. There's one fundamental difference. So where a head teacher is quite prescriptive in the way they work, so there's a syllabus, the teachers then have to teach that syllabus, and they have a remit within they have to work. That's how a head teacher works. But that's not how the Kingsbridge Gandhinanak works. My role is very much to facilitate other ideas and let younger individuals put the energy and their passion into their own ideas and make sure that they have all the peripheral bits they need to make sure that they are able to action them. So you've seen today in the tours some of our activities run by 14, 15-year-olds. You've seen the tours being carried out by our 12, 13-year-olds. And so where my role comes in is to make sure that they have the skill set to be able to do that. And so that's where it's very, very different to how a head teacher would work. What can Shishikund give you as a member of our organisation? So over 1 year, it can give you quite a bit. Over 2 years, it'll give you a little bit more. One of the things that Shishikund does very, very well is it's a lifelong thing. It's not necessarily what you learn, but it's who you take with you on that journey of life that Shishikund can also provide. And so what we provide our 6 to 11-year-olds is one thing. So they participate in the activities we provide them. So the activities we run, and you'll see them as you look around later on today, and you've seen them today on your tour as well, that there are certain sessions, so at the moment it's all about games, but we'll learn about philosophies and ethics as well, but in a fun way. And these activities are catered for the 6 to 11-year-olds. Then as a member between the ages of 12 to 14, your role changes. It's when you start giving back. It's when you start developing those other skills, such as leadership, working in a team. Then as you grow at 15, 16, 17, you're no longer delivering those activities, you're helping the deliverers of those activities. So your role changes again. And then you hit the age of 18, you go away to university, do your professional areas, and then you come back, and then you get a responsibility or an opportunity, like I am doing now, where I'm 24, running a Sunday school. And it's very much an organisation for the young, run very much by the young. Well, I think so. So, I'm going to hand it over to Sharon now. She joined me when she was 6, she's now 18, she's about to go to university, she's going to do her AT exams in the next few months. And I asked her to speak today to give you an idea of what she's taken away from Shishikund over the last few years.
Thanks everyone. So as Prabhu said, I've been in Shishikund since I was 6 years old, and I kind of want to tell you today, through the whole time that I've been here, what I've learned has changed from when I was 6 to obviously now that I am 18, but I've never stopped learning, and then I want to highlight to you some of the things that I've gained and how that's helped me academically as well as in other areas of my life. So So one of the biggest things I've gained is having grown up in the organisation since I was 6, the people I started with are still my really, really good friends. You change schools and you lose contact with like your primary school friends, your nursery friends, things like that. My friends who I've had since I was 6 here are still like my closest friends. And the friendships I've created with them are completely different. They are based on this whole vibe thing, they are very much like my siblings and you can go to them in almost any situation. So that's definitely very, very beneficial. And also, what comes with that is the ability to communicate. From when I was 6, I would communicate on a weekly basis with people who were 16, 25, things like that. So even now, I'm able to have a good conversation with a guard who's 50 and also a guard who's 6 years old. So, and I'm sure you all know that in your life you come across so many different people that it's really a good skill to be able to communicate with anyone. And as I grew up, I got more responsibility, as Corinne said, you go into the workforce, and so from about the age of 12, I've, been incorporated in getting in front of 200 kids and having to talk to them, and now I don't feel, I'm not nervous to come and talk to you, but the first time I did not want to do it at all. I definitely think Shush has been a great part in playing the person that I am today.
So, today you've briefly seen some of the activities we have at Kingsbridge Genera. You've also seen some of the other opportunities Shishikunj provides through all the other activities we do. Sharon Ben has told you about her life experiences with Shishikunj playing a pivotal role. So what is it that we do every Sunday? What kind of things do we do that provides all these opportunities for your barako, should they join today? Well, let's show you some of our highlights of this year. Last time, our theme was Let's Promote Talent. How did we do this? We made a movie. And our barako filmed. When was the last time your barak filmed a film? Or directed? Or edited? Let's see the film. So that was our movie trailer, The Bridge Over Troubled Water. All 200 of our members here participated, and we made a feature-length film of 80 minutes. So what else have we been getting up to in our year at Shishikunj? On the right-hand side, what you'll see is a few tables, and we've organised it in 3 separate sections. At the first section, what you'll see is the highlight of our autumn term. The theme there was Ancient Arts and Civilizations. We took our Genera, quite fittingly, to the Victoria and Albert Museum. As a centre, we went into London, and like school trips, we went around in groups. But these weren't ordinary groups of ages. We had a variety of ages in every group, right from 6 all the way to 18. And they together filled out a purpose-made workbook that we made through the whole day. And you'll also see the pictures that we took in these groups, where sometimes our 6-year-olds would carry the responsibility of the camera, and sometimes our 18-year-olds would. The quality will reflect that. The 18 ones weren't that good. So what else do you see? The second table. You'll see some of the other activities we get up to at King's Buchanan. There are some summaries written there of the age-specific activities we provide on a week-to-week basis that provides all the opportunities that you've already heard about today. And at the third section of the tables, you'll see all the other things we do in the Shishikunj calendar on an annual basis. This includes our Baldin, our celebration of children, our Navratri celebrations, our camps that we organize. And through all of these activities, we provide the opportunities we've talked to you about today. We hope you've had a pleasurable experience today, understanding a little bit more about what Shishikunj is and the potential it holds for your Barak. Namaste.
Mom, Never, Papa.